Tua Tagovailoa wants to play again. Updates on his concussion and future with Dolphins. The earliest he could return to play is Week 7 at the Indianapolis Colts. Once Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa suffered the third concussion of his NFL career. Many people's thoughts shifted to his long-term well-being, not his football career. Tagovailoa himself, on the other hand, remains focused on continuing his NFL career. Both the Dolphins and their quarterback appear to remain in lockstep about him being their long-term answer at quarterback. As Miami trading for a signal caller isn't likely and everything points to Tagovailoa wanting to play again in 2024. According to ESPN, that cannot happen until Week 7 at the earliest after the team placed him on injured reserve in Week 3. The 26-year-old quarterback is visiting with a neurologist this week to determine the severity of his concussion. Tagovailoa feels fine, nearly a couple weeks removed from his concussion in Week 2 against the Buffalo Bills. Per ESPN, Tagovailoa's health is critical to the Dolphins' future. Obviously, in games Tagovailoa starts and finishes. The Dolphins under Mike McDaniel are 20-11. In games the quarterback misses or leaves early, they're just 1-7. He signed a 4-year, $212.4 million contract extension this offseason with $167.2 million guaranteed, including $93.2 million fully guaranteed at signing, per overthecap.com. For both competitive and financial reasons, Tagovailoa is doing what he can to return to action this season. Justin Herbert injury update. Positive progress ahead of Chiefs clash. Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert is showing positive signs of recovery from his high ankle sprain. After undergoing an MRI on Monday, head coach Jim Harbaugh reported that Herbert's injury is progressing. Herbert was officially listed as limited in practice on Wednesday, as his availability for the crucial Week 4 matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs remains uncertain. Injury overview. Herbert sustained the injury during the Chargers' Week 2 game against the Carolina Panthers, after a tough outing against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 3, where he exited in the third quarter after taking a sack. Concerns grew as he was seen limping and required medical attention. Backup Taylor Heineke stepped in to lead the offense for the remainder of the game. Coach's insight. Harbaugh explained the decision-making process regarding Herbert's playtime, emphasizing that they followed medical protocols and respected Herbert's own judgment. As soon as I saw Justin get up and limp, he was coming out of the game, Harbaugh stated, adding that he doesn't regret giving Herbert the opportunity to play. What's next? With the Chargers gearing up for a pivotal divisional clash against the Chiefs, the team will continue to evaluate Herbert's condition and provide treatment as needed. Fans are hopeful for a quick recovery, as Herbert's leadership and skill will be crucial in this highly anticipated matchup. Stay tuned for further updates as the game approaches. What's going on with Travis Kelce? Chiefs Tay discusses slow start in 2024. The Kansas City Chiefs are off to a 3-0 start in the 2024 season, but their offense hasn't looked quite like the championship team we're used to seeing. A key factor in this has been the limited production from star tight end Travis Kelce, who has just 69 receiving yards over the first 3 games. Kelce's uncharacteristic start, with only 8 catches for 69 yards, Kelce is experiencing his lowest output in a 3-game stretch throughout his entire career. So, what's behind this drop in production? Patrick Mahomes weighs in. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes offered some insight, explaining that opposing defenses are placing heavy coverage on Kelce. It's crazy to see how much respect teams have for Travis. Mahomes said, "We're calling plays for him, but he's often double or triple teamed. He just wants to impact the game, but winning is his priority." Mahomes noted that as other players like Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy make plays, it will open up opportunities for Kelce. The more they focus on Travis, the more chances others will get. Andy Reid's perspective. Head coach Andy Reid echoed Mahomes' sentiments, highlighting the strategic focus of defenses to limit Kelce's impact. They're working hard to take him out of the picture, Reid stated, but if they do that, players like Rashee will capitalize. And eventually, defenses will have to adjust. Kelce's mindset. Despite the slow start, Kelce remains focused on team success. On his New Heights podcast, he shared, "I'm not caught up in the targets. I just want our offense to succeed. It's about execution and finding ways to win games. What's next for Kelce? The Chiefs are set to face the Los Angeles Chargers in Week 4. A matchup that could be a turning point for Kelce. Historically, he has excelled against the Chargers, racking up 40 receptions, 640 yards, and 6 touchdowns in his last 5 games against them. Conclusion: as the season progresses, it'll be interesting to see how the Chiefs adapt and whether Kelce can bounce back. With his talent and the adjustments being made, a breakout game could be right around the corner. Stay tuned. Cowboys set to make history. First short week road game against Giants for Thursday Night Football. This week, the Dallas Cowboys are venturing into uncharted territory. They'll play their first ever road game on a short week, facing the New York Giants on Thursday Night Football. It's surprising, but the Cowboys have never played an away game with just 3 days to prepare. While other teams have tackled this challenge multiple times. A quick turnaround, coming off a tough loss to the Baltimore Ravens at AT&T Stadium on Sunday. The Cowboys now shift their focus to an NFC East showdown. Historically, the Cowboys have hosted their Thanksgiving game, which meant their Thursday night appearances were always at home, with the NFL allowing teams to play multiple Thursday games now. Dallas finds itself on the road for the first time in this scenario. Unique scheduling patterns. The Cowboys and the Detroit Lions, who also host a Thanksgiving game annually, have played more games on a short week than any other teams in the league. Just last season, the Lions faced the Green Bay Packers on the road before hosting them on Thanksgiving. This year, the Cowboys are following a similar path, heading to MetLife Stadium in Week 4, with a rematch against the Giants scheduled for Thanksgiving. Historical dominance. In the last 14 matchups between these teams, the Cowboys have emerged victorious in 13 of them, with the current line favoring Dallas by 5.5 points. The Cowboys aim to extend their dominance as they tackle this unique challenge. Looking ahead, as the Cowboys gear up for this unprecedented matchup, fans are eager to see how they adapt to the quick turnaround. Can they maintain their winning ways against a familiar rival? Tune in for what promises to be an exciting showdown. Aaron Jones faces former team in unique showdown at Lambeau Field. This Sunday, the Green Bay Packers will host the Minnesota Vikings in a game that holds special significance for running back Aaron Jones. Once a fan favorite and a cornerstone of the Packers offense, Jones is now a division rival, returning to Lambeau Field with a new team. A new era for the Packers. In the wake of Aaron Rodgers' departure, Jones stepped into a leadership role within the Packers. His remarkable performance in last year's playoff win over the Dallas Cowboys, 118 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, solidified his status. Quarterback Jordan Love praised him, saying, "He's the total package. Just the way he carries himself brings a huge spark to the team." The split. After being asked to take a pay cut for the second consecutive season, Jones left Green Bay, where he ranks 3rd in franchise history with 5.940 rushing yards. His departure followed the signing of Raiders Pro Bowl running back Josh Jacobs, marking a significant shift for the team. Head coach Matt LaFleur humorously acknowledged the challenge of facing Jones, saying, "Yeah, he is a problem. I still have a lot of love for him. Just not when we're playing against him." A journey to stardom. Jones joined the Packers as a 5th-round pick in 2017. Not initially viewed as the lead back, he quickly earned respect from teammates, including Davante Adams, who reassured him of his potential. "I can't even tell you what that did for me," Jones recalled. His breakthrough came in a game against the Chicago Bears, where he scored his first NFL touchdown. However, it wasn't an easy path. After a suspension in 2018, the Packers chose to support him, a gesture he deeply appreciated. Their mentality was, "This mistake isn't you." Jones shared a lasting bond. When Matt LaFleur took over as head coach in 2019, Jones flourished, leading the league in rushing touchdowns. The bond extended beyond football. LaFleur and the organization supported Jones during personal tragedies, such as the passing of his father. A heartfelt goodbye. As Jones prepares to face his former team, he reflects on his time in Green Bay with gratitude. "It's going to feel strange being on that visiting sideline, but it's all love. Thank you for betting on me and seeing me." With the Packers and Vikings squaring off this weekend, all eyes will be on Jones as he navigates this unique rivalry. Will he continue his legacy as a game-changer, even in a new uniform? Tune in to find out. Travis Kelce on slow start. Not worried about stats. Just wins. Travis Kelce's slow start to the season, with just 8 catches for 69 yards across 3 games, has raised questions about whether age is finally catching up with the 35-year-old tight end. Historically, no tight end has had a standout season after turning 35, with only a handful even reaching 700 yards. However, Kelce isn't concerned about his individual production as long as the Kansas City Chiefs keep winning. In a recent episode of the New Heights podcast, Kelce emphasized that team success is his priority. "I'm not worried about the catches and the yards," he said, acknowledging that winning is what truly matters. The Chiefs are currently 3-0. And despite close games, Kelce seems unfazed by his diminished stats. While his snap count remains high at around 85%, an increase from last season, his targets have drastically decreased, averaging just 4 targets per game this season, down from over 8 in previous years. Kelce's involvement in the offense has noticeably waned. His Pro Football Focus grade reflects this decline, placing him 30th among tight ends. Despite these challenges, there's optimism that his production could improve as he continues to get open, per NFL's next-gen stats. However, the larger question looms. Can the Chiefs maintain their winning streak if Kelce's role diminishes further? For now, Kelce seems willing to accept whatever role he needs to play as long as the team remains successful.